As a volunteer, there may be times when we become concerned about the mental well-being of the people we're supporting. If someone lets us know that they're experiencing difficult thoughts and feelings, or we notice some signs that they may be struggling, it's really common to feel like we don't know what to do or say, but we're not expected to have any solutions or be an expert. Often, the most helpful thing we can do is to let people know that we're there for them by giving them space to talk, listening, and signposting to expert support if needed. But this isn't always easy. So whether you're just starting out as a volunteer or have been doing it for many years, we have some suggestions that may help. Everyone is different. Everyone copes with things in their own way, and not everyone has outward signs. But some general things to look out for include physical signs, such as feeling tired and changes to sleep patterns, changes in appetite, and pain in the body, such as headaches and indigestion. Emotional signs, such as feeling tearful, experiencing difficulty taking in information, and loss of motivation. And signs in behaviour, such as withdrawing and not wanting to be with people, experiencing restlessness, an increase in smoking or drinking to cope with difficult feelings, or not wanting to do things they usually enjoy. If you notice any of these signs, it's important to remember that it doesn't necessarily mean that the person you're supporting is experiencing a mental health problem. It could be a sign of another health issue or something else entirely. Always take care not to diagnose or make assumptions. Instead, don't be afraid to ask them how they are. It's really common to worry that it's not your place to ask, or that you might say or do the wrong thing. But just letting them know that you're there if and when they want to talk can be really valuable. Use open questions that can't just be answered with a yes or no, to create a safe and welcoming space for them to talk about their feelings if they want to. Here are some questions that may help you start the conversation. If someone does want to share how they're feeling, the most important thing we can do is listen. Here are some listening tips to help you give the best support you can. Tip 1. Try to give them your full attention. To really listen to someone, we need to give them our full focus without distraction. But paying attention can be a really difficult thing to do. Our minds naturally want to wander, and often in a conversation, we're thinking about what we want to say to someone whilst they're still talking, meaning we rarely fully listen to everything they're saying. The good news is that we can practice paying attention. Next time you're in a conversation with someone, try giving them your complete focus. Anytime you find your mind wandering, gently bring your focus back to them. Practicing things like mindfulness and meditation can also be a great way to develop this skill. Tip 2. Try not to offer advice or solutions. Our role isn't to tell people what to do or fix anything, so try not to interrupt or talk about your own experiences. Instead, encourage them to do the majority of the talking by using open questions and follow-up statements, such as, "Tell me more about that." This can really help to create a safe and non-judgmental space. Tip 3. Check your understanding. Repeating back what you've heard someone say is a really good way to reassure them that you're listening, and also helps us to check that we've understood what they're saying, rather than making our own assumptions. And tip 4, be patient. It may take time for someone to feel comfortable to talk about how they're feeling, and they may not want to talk about it at all. All we can do is show support and reassure them that we're there if and when they need someone. Try not to rush them and let them set the pace for seeking support themselves. Be kind to yourself. Listening isn't easy, it takes practice. We're not always going to get it right, and that's absolutely okay. A friendly ear is a valuable source of support, But there may also be times when we can mention services or organisations that may be able to provide expert support and assistance. Ask your volunteer organisation for service recommendations, or you could refer to the sources of support mentioned at the end of this video. Remember your boundaries and ask for help. There are limits to the support we can provide as volunteers. If you have any concerns about someone's well-being, including any safeguarding concerns, or you feel uncomfortable or unsure in any way, speak to your volunteer organisation as quickly as possible. They will be able to support you and step in when necessary. There may be times when someone needs to seek help more urgently, such as if they have harmed themselves and need medical attention, are having suicidal feelings and feel they may act on them, or are putting themselves or someone else at immediate, serious risk of harm. Remember, you're absolutely not expected to be the person to support someone who is in severe distress or experiencing a crisis. In these instances, help them to call 999 for an ambulance and stay with them if you feel able to do so. If they don't need immediate physical medical attention, you could also encourage them to call the Bucks Safe Haven Crisis Support Service, which is open between 6 p.m. and midnight, 7 days a week. Contact your volunteer organisation for immediate support and always refer back to their specific policies for supporting others. Supporting others can sometimes be stressful, so remember that looking after yourself is just as important. Looking after our own well-being can help give us the energy and time we need to be able to help others. Check out the Looking After Your Own Mental Well-being and Setting Boundaries videos for tips to protect your well-being. It's always okay to ask for help if you need it. It can be really important to have someone to talk to. You could talk to your volunteer organisation. They have a duty of care to support you. Or perhaps share your feelings with someone you trust. This might be a family member or a friend, or perhaps some other volunteers. Remember to maintain confidentiality when talking to family, friends, or peers about your volunteering experience. It's important not to share any names, identify service users in any way, or share any sensitive or confidential information. If you're having thoughts and feelings that are difficult to cope with, which are impacting on your day-to-day life, you may want to seek help from your GP. It's always okay to seek help, even if we're not experiencing a specific mental health problem. You could also call the Oxfordshire and Buckinghamshire NHS Mental Health Helpline on 111 for 24/7 advice for your mental health and emotional well-being, including where to get help and how to access support from mental health professionals in Buckinghamshire. Other helplines, such as the Samaritans, provide in-the-moment listening support 24 hours a day. Call them on 116 123 for free. Healthy Mind Bucks is an NHS service which offers short-term psychological therapies to anyone over the age of 18 experiencing difficulties such as low mood, worry, panic and anxiety. Visit their website for more information on their services and how to self-refer. At Buckinghamshire Mind, we won't give up until everyone experiencing a mental health problem gets both support and respect. We run a wide range of services in the community across Buckinghamshire and East Berkshire to support all elements of well-being. So visit our website at bucksmind.org.uk for more information, or contact us by email or phone for support and advice if needed.